Anthony McCarron and John Jastremski have spring fever with us here on Honda Sports Night, so we'll get to the lineup in a minute. But let's start with Soto, who blasted his second home run this spring. Anthony, what stands out to you watching him so far?
Well, you know, the quality of at-bats we know about already, Michelle, right? I mean, the at-bat today with the home run, it's just ridiculous. It's so entertaining to watch this guy ply his trade. And so that's the first thing that always jumps out at me about Juan Soto. But I also like the Juan Soto vibe that's happening in this camp, too. Not only is he obviously enjoying himself. I mean, look at that there. He's like, yeah, okay, now I know what you got there. The changeup inside, I like it. Okay, I like what I see. And then, boom, opposite field against a left-handed pitcher. You know, it's a beautiful thing to see. But the stuff that he's done in terms of integrating with his teammates, you know, the thing with Brett Beatty in the car was awesome, I thought. And that was good team building. And if Soto is going to bring that as well as his hellacious offense to this Mets team, I mean, look, every team has to develop chemistry, JJ, in their own way at every season. And this is their opportunity now, spring training, to get it going. And he's part of that.
See, you nailed exactly what you want to see from Juan Soto throughout the spring. It's not performance. We all know this guy's going to hit. He has hit everywhere. We got a first-hand look at what he was able to do for 162 games wearing a Yankee uniform just a season ago. But it's this sort of vibe and this sort of feel and this sort of groove that he seems to be already in with all of these guys. I mean, you watch the body language of Juan Soto. This does not look like a guy who's like walking on eggshells, trying to feel out new teammates. He looks like a guy who's been here for a long period of time, and I think that is a great sign. Look, him doing a shimmy and then hitting a home run the next pitch, that's something he has done his entire career. So it's that comfort level, Michelle, being a part of a new team, making a whole lot of money in the process.
Yeah, that inherent confidence. Fangraphs has him projected to hit 35 home runs this year. So this was the first sneak peek at what the majority of the Mets lineup could look like. So, JJ, how do you feel really about what the Mets ran out there on Friday?
Well, listen, it's impossible to argue Lindor, Soto, 1-2. I fully expect that to be 1 and 2. Now, my complaint, if you're going to find one with the way the lineup was orchestrated on Friday, I like Mark Vientos higher in the order. To me, he was an absolute beast last season. He thrived in the postseason, hitting towards the top of the order. So I'd like to see him in that 3 spot. Then I'd put Alonso down in the 4 spot. I get Mendoza, though, Anthony, with the obsession now of lefty-righty, lefty-righty. Sure. That's why you're going to see Brandon Nimmo in that cleanup spot, I think, against right-handed pitching. But my complaint, I want Vientos higher in the order.
You know, JJ, I do too. And I wonder if the Mets think that putting Mark Vientos 5th would be a way to alleviate some pressure on him. You know, young player, second season. You know, he's got to respond to the adjustments that are going to be made against him this season by opposing pitchers. You know, so maybe they want to ease the burden on him by putting him 5th and not in a high leverage spot. It's a big spot in the order, 5th, yes, but it's not as big as 3. But I mean, this is a guy who embraces all that. His nickname is Swaggy V, for crying out loud. He wants it. So I think he should be higher up in the order as well, JJ.